Hello dear students, I welcome all of you to this next video on pointers in C. Here again we are going to see example asked in GATE 2016 on passing address to function or call by address. The question asked is what will be the output of the given program. So let's straight away trace the program from main. In main, we are having a variable a which is int type. So let's assume a is stored in 2 bytes and it is having a value 2016. Let's say address of a is 100, 101. B is having a value 0 again stored in 2 bytes and stored at address 200, 201. C is a 2 byte variable having a value 4 and address is 300, 301. And D is having a value 42 stored at address 400, 401. Next line is calling a function called mystery by passing address of A and address of B. Now address of A goes in PTR A pointer and address of B goes in PTR B pointer. So properly showing this as follows: PTR A is a pointer which literally receives address of A. So PTR A is going to point to A. And PTRB is a pointer parameter which receives address of B and address of B is 200. So PTRB points to 200. Now onwards, inside the function, any reference made to PTRA is going to actually refer to variable A and any reference made to pointer PTRB is going to refer to variable B. Now this is really a mysterious function where we should understand what happens when we access a pointer using asterisk and what happens when we access a pointer without asterisk. Let's see. There is one more pointer declared inside the function int pointer temp. So in the function here, we have a temp which is again a pointer. Now remember, temp is a pointer and it can store only address. It can store address. Remember this. Now the next line is temp is equal to PTRB. Think about it. What are the two things becoming equal to each other? What is temp by definition? It's a pointer. And what is PTRB by definition? Check PTRB is also a pointer. Then one pointer is becoming equal to other pointer. Please don't go beyond assignment statement. This is literally an assignment statement. LHS is becoming equal to RHS. So I am making temp equal to PTRB. What is PTRB? You observe PTRB is literally 200. So temp is 200. I hope you follow. Temp pointer becomes equal to PTRB pointer. That means both of them store the same address. What does it conclude is temp will now point to 200, isn't it? Temp will also point to the same location where PTRB points. That's the meaning of pointer becoming equal to pointer. The next line makes PTRB equal to PTRA. Again, two pointers are becoming equal. So who will point where? Now you read this as a layman like this. PTRB will point to the same location where PTRA points. And so where will PTRB point? PTRB is literally becoming equal to PTRA and PTRA is 100. What that means is PTRB will not point to location 200 anymore, but PTRB will point to location 100. That means PTRB also points to A, where PTRA was already pointing to A. I hope you again understand what happens when you make two pointers equal. Both pointers point to the same location. The next line is PTRA becomes equal to temp. Now PTRA is a pointer. Temp is also a pointer. Now you read this like a layman. PTRA will point to the same location where temp points. So PTRA, this pointer, is becoming equal to temp. So temp is 200. So PTRA will also become 200. That means PTRA is no more storing address 100 anymore, but PTRA is storing 200. That means PTRA will point to the location 200. That's the location 200. So, what was the story? When we started the function, recall PTRA was pointing to A and PTRB was pointing to B. But when we end the function, when we have come to the end of it, we have PTRA pointing to B and PTRB pointing to A. So we have not exchanged any values of A and B, but we have exchanged the pointers itself and the function ends, isn't it? Now you all know when the function ends, all these parameters which I am striking out and all these variables are deleted and we are left out with main variables, and main variables are undamaged. They remain as they are because we did not exchange any values. What happened inside the mystery function is that the two pointers ptra and ptrb got exchanged. So after the function ends, we come back to main and we are checking, is a less than c? Now you notice A was 2016 and A remains 2016 and C was 4. So C remains 4. So A less than C, 2016 less than C, that is 4, is false. So this mystery call will not be done. Will not be done. Now you see how tricky was the question. It was really mystery. If we did not know pointer equal to pointer concept properly, then we would have ended exchanging A and B, isn't it? Then if we exchange A and B, because we think that we are passing address of A and address of B, and as a beginner we feel that, okay, we are passing addresses, so A and B will get swapped, and we would have ended saying A is 0 and B is 2016. Now if A would have become 0, then 0, come here, 0 less than 4, A less than C would have been true, and mistakenly we would have called the mystery function. But literally we are saved in the gate exam and we won't waste our time and make a different thing by calling this mystery function, isn't it? But the next line obviously will run. The next line is the call to mystery, which calls the mystery function by passing address of A and address of B. So let me clean the slate so that we can see this call on a fresh screen. Of course, we know that there are no changes made in A, B, C, D. So I will draw A as 2016, B as 0, C as 4, and D as 42. And each of them stored in 2 bytes. Each of them stored in 2 bytes. Assume that the addresses are 100, 101, 200, 201, 300, 301, and 400, 401. All right then. What is this mystery call now? We are passing address of A. Address of A goes in the pointer A. And address of D goes in the pointer B, PTRB. So PTRA is a pointer which will receive address of A. Address of A is 100. Hence we say PTRA points to A. Secondly, we are passing address of D which goes in PTRB. So PTRB is receiving address of D which is 400. So PTRB points to D. Okay, let's read the program. I think now we know that this code is not doing anything but they are exchanging the two pointers. So the end result will be PTRA points to D and PTRB points to A, and there are no changes made to anything. Okay, but let's see it in detail again. In the function, there is a pointer called temp. So this is a new pointer declared in the function. And you remember, pointer can store only address. So temp can become equal to some other pointer. It can store address. Now the first line, temp equal to ptrb. So temp literally becomes 400 because ptrb is 400. So temp will also point to 400. So how do you read the line like a layman is temp will point to the same location where PTRB points. This line, next line, PTRB will point to the same location where PTRA points. So PTRB will become equal to PTRA. So it will become 100. That means PTRB will not point to D where it was pointing earlier, but it will also point to 100. That is A. The next line says PTRA should point wherever temp points. So PTRA will become equal to temp. Now you notice temp is 400. So PTRA will discontinue to point to A, but it will point to D. It will point to D. So you notice before when we started the function, we had PTRA pointing to A, but now PTRA is pointing to D. And when the function started, we had PTRB pointing to D, but now we have PTRB pointing to A. So only thing is they have exchanged their places where they were pointing, and there are no changes, literally no changes made to any of these variables. I hope you are understanding. And the function comes to an end. Function comes to an end. And when we come back to main, we are printing A. So there is no change made to A. So the correct output is A, which is 2016. I hope you are getting it very well, and thank you very much.